Well, possibly you've seen it, but it has happened now. New York Attorney General Letitia James has now appeared publicly for the first time since her indictment last night and spoken, taking part in a rally for mayoral candidate Zoran Mamdani.
Yeah, James is the latest of President Trump's political foes to be charged by federal prosecutors. Remember, James Comey just a few weeks ago was charged as well. That person was indicted, and of course, she says she's not backing down from the president.
Yeah, all of his political foes being taken down. Joining us now with more is Eyewitness News reporter Phil Taitt on set with us. Nice to see you inside on this story, Phil. But I mean, this was a big moment because this was the first time we saw James in such grand fashion.
Oh yeah, grand fashion. And she said she would not bow down. She was actually welcomed really with a thunderous applause in that auditorium that was over in Washington Heights at a Mamdani campaign event. And she truly took in this moment. Now, this support really echoed those of lawmakers in recent days that have gotten behind her since this federal indictment came down tied to a purchase of a home in Virginia. While she was rallying behind Mamdani, she drew a connection between the two of them and their values while also saying she won't stop making noise anytime soon.
We see powerful voices trying to silence truth and punish dissent and, yes, weaponize justice for political gain. And I will not bow. I will not break. I will not bend. I will not capitulate. I will not give in. I will not give up.
It's super interesting because it's not out of the norm or out of the usual. There are a number of public figures now who have had this kind of mortgage and this kind of mortgage setup, so it's an interesting story. But we're in the final weeks of the mayoral race as well, and the polls have been showing Cuomo got a little bump, and maybe, Phil, it happened when the mayor dropped out. But, I mean, what's happening now? Because Mamdani has a big lead.
Yeah, 46%, in fact. And that's why this election has been so exciting just to cover, because so many twists and turns. And to think that we're just down to the final 3 weeks. Again, 46% of likely voters for Mamdani. Former Governor Cuomo at 33%. This is an uptick in the previous poll that we were looking at before Mayor Adams pulled the plug on his re-election bid. Our Republican candidate, Curtis Sliwa, trailing behind, and he believes there's a pathway to victory in just 3 weeks. In terms of a game plan, Mamdani is going to continue to campaign with that message we've heard time and time again of affordability. Andrew Cuomo will try and pick up more endorsements and bank on Sliwa stepping aside, although he has no plans of doing so. For Sliwa, he believes he can drum up enough support to come out in front. Also really important to note that Governor Hochul holds her first event with Mamdani that's going to happen over in Queens, and this will be the first time that the two will appear publicly since she threw her support behind him in that opinion piece.
He's been getting some big endorsements.
And we saw what happened just last night, so a lot of support from Mamdani.
All right.
Phil
Great
Taitt,
coverage, though.
Thank you. Thank you for joining us on the desk here.